You need white balance.
No, ma'am, I got it already. I'm all set up for you.
I hope that we're not going to interfere in it.
Well, you know, little background.
Because I can't talk quietly.
It's hard for me. My daughter says I'm always embarrassing her. I laugh too loud, I talk too loud, you know.
Doesn't matter what you do there.
She's 16.
Okay, all right. So, Kathleen Turner, we're back where we started, honey.
Oh, we are, hon. You were actually one of the first interviews I had when they sent me out to do publicity for Body Heat, which was the first film. And, well, I've never forgotten you.
Thank you, nor have I forgotten you. And you are here now with a very exciting project, The
Yeah.
Exonerated. And it's a reading, but
It is. It's kind of a staged reading. I mean, there really isn't blocking or movement, but there's a great deal, you know, with the lights and the change and the sound effects that give a sense of space or the passage of time or where you are, you know. Some of these actors, well, first of all, I get to work with Lyle Lovett, who I have not worked with before and hadn't met before, but he gave me a ride in his pickup truck today, so that was really cool.
that's when you
Yeah.
know you're in Texas.
Well, yeah, we don't have a lot of pickup trucks in New York, no, but this was very nice. Anyway, and then a lot of the rest of the crew, you know, it's about 5 characters who were condemned to death row, who were found guilty and condemned to death, and all 5 are proven to be innocent. You know, one in time, in a sense, I mean, before they died, although the character I play, my husband, did go to the chair, even though it was later proven that he was not guilty. And they're all true stories, you know. They're court records. They're you know, it's all there in the testimony and in the police testimony, and it's frightening. You know, it's moving. To me, it's very scary to think that you could take such a decision as to end someone's life without the absolute certainty, you know, that it was right to do so. And I don't know how you can be absolutely sure.
Because as it shows in the play, DNA
Mm-hmm.
isn't always the answer, is it?
No, but a lot of the cases, and still a lot of the cases that we have people on death row, have not been tested, have not had access to DNA testing. So although we're doing more and more and more of that, as the states are actually starting to mandate that there must be DNA evidence, or at least an attempt to, you know, to track down the DNA, it's still not as widely used as it could be.
You have never played this before a Texas audience.
No. No, last time I was here was Tallulah, you know, a couple years ago in Dallas.
Yes, indeed, and I was there and we talked at that time. Do you have any special anxiety about playing before a Texas audience?
A little, to be quite frank. Certainly Texas has a very high number of executions. I don't believe that proportionately the number of people you've put on death row is extraordinary as to the rest of the country, but the number of executions is. And so I assume that people feel very strongly about the right to punish to that extent, to execute. And I cannot agree with that. And although this is not about my opinion, you know, it is about, oh, please, I hope people will accept doubt, will accept the chance that, you know, there really is, you really have to rethink this business of execution.
You and Lyle Love, of course, are the stars, as it were. Tell me about the rest of the cast. Where did they come from?
Oh, well, 3 of them I've worked with before in New York that are there. You know, we have, I suppose, star actors or special actors come in every week or every month or something and pick up one role or the other. But there's still a regular cast that is there to do the show always and to back up. So there's a most wonderful older black man who plays Delbert. he's the center of the piece. He's the poet, you know. And there's another gentleman who does several roles, because a couple of the characters are doing multiple roles. We got some really good, I actually haven't met all of them yet, because we've got some locals, I think, here that I haven't met yet, but we will in rehearsal now. They're it's very fresh. It's always fresh. There's so much you get from the audience when they discover facts or actions, or, you know, someone recites a police or an arrest report or something, and you hear the audience go, oh. It gives you something to work with, you know, besides just the material.
Have you ever had any other roles on stage or on screen to in any way at all compare with this as far as the personal satisfaction?
Well, I'll tell you, if I were to do a role about Margaret Sanger and the movement for choice, for women's choice, I think I would get about the same amount of satisfaction, but we haven't made that movie yet. No, it's a very difficult line to walk. I have never felt that being an actor means imposing my own views or proselytizing, you know, through acting. I actually am very, very much against that. But to do something that you agree with the content in your own life, in your own personal way, is satisfying.
Well, I know that we're all on a tight schedule here, and you have a rehearsal coming up.
I do.
But I am so looking forward tonight to
Yes,
seeing
do come.
this performance. And it's great having you here in Fort Worth.
I like it.
Don't wait so long to come back.
Keep offering me work.
Okay, that's a deal.
Thank you, honey.
Now, just stay.
Ready?
Since this is set in Texas, do you have any anxiety about playing for your first Texas audience?
Except we did say that I did Tallulah, so it's not my first Texas audience,
No,
perhaps.
no, but I mean
would
this
be-
play.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
let me let me
Yeah,
state that
perhaps.
again. This is the first time the Exonerated has played in Texas, and this is the first time the play.
I do this all the time.
This is the first time the Exonerated has played in Texas, and it's set in Texas. So do you have any anxiety about playing before a Texas audience?
That was a good one. That was a good question, too.
Okay. Let's see what about your character. Okay. This is a reading, as it were. Okay. Now you do have a two-shot.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You obviously have a great deal. You obviously enjoy playing this role. Is there any other role you've had that you've found as much satisfaction? Okay.
I know, it doesn't feel awkward.
Okay. All right, that should do it.